The Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomosi, has kicked off the Kanungu tours by holding engagements with lower-level leaders. In Kambuga, Sub-County Minister Dr. Chris Baryomosi convened a religious leaders meeting from 5 sub-counties,
discussing essentially how government can work together with religious leaders to promote development.
So umushomo gumpacha antera ni hali nanye kugaruka enyuma abantu okubereka ngo kwangana niko kubanlamire entunguka tubase kugaruka abantu.
Kinkizi East Member of Parliament, also Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomosi, has ended the 2 days constituency visit. For these leaders who convened at Kirima Sub-County Headquarters on Saturday, 22nd July 2023, the minister preached unity and love among communities.
Omwana wange tasomye encha ajja kubeera kizibu, ajja kufuuka ekizibu, ayagala kibanja, ayagala sente z'okoze kubanga talina kyagenda kukola.
Education is the only big package that parents should give to their children.
A functioning and successful church institution, religious institution, will also depend on a strong, wealthy and well-educated population. Because if people have gone to school, if people work hard and they have income, then they also have contributions to make in building the church.
It is noted that a unified and educated Kanungu will spur high in development and benefit all members.
We need unity, because in Kanungu and Chigezi here, there is an element of sectarian fights amongst the different faiths, where even some political leaders are fought on the basis of the faith to which they belong, and that we condemn. And my message is that the NRM government believes in the freedom of worship. Each Ugandan is free to belong to the faith he or she wants.
The Katete sub-county tour summarized the minister's 2 days tour. This was the official launch of Katete Sub-County NRM Nyekundere Group, hosted at Katete Muslim Primary School in Katete Sub-County.
Nyekundere means volunteering. Volunteering to support and mobilize for NRM in Kanungu. Now we've been launching sub-county by sub-county, and today we are launching Katete Sub-County in Chinchizi East. And that's why you see people in yellow. That's why you see people happy. Their resolve is to ensure that by 2026, everybody in Kanungu must be yellow. So it is a campaign to turn the whole of Kanungu yellow, but also in addition to merely mobilizing and launching, they also do a lot of development programs like poultry, engaging in PDM.
Through different speeches and songs, Kanungu communities hailed President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and Minister Dr. Chris Baryomosi for steering Uganda and the constituency to higher heights. For Dr. Chris Baryomosi is mobilizing communities to embrace development other than gossiping and blaming government. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
And furthermore, the former Makindye West legislator, also one of the founder members of the Jema party, Haji Hussain Chanjo, passed on at Chibuli Muslim Hospital, where he was admitted for over a week. He was last seen in public at a pilgrimage made at Mecca September last year. Details in this report.
Former Makindye West legislator Hussain Chanjo has passed on at Chibuli Muslim Hospital this Saturday morning.
Ya kuyingiramu kyeva sejjusa wadde n'akamu oba okudisikaleginga abantu bange nti ebyo mubive mutembiddangamu.
Family, friends, relatives, in-laws and his former party Jema confirmed his demise as other Ugandans in the political sphere and other walks of life mourned Hussain Chanjo.
He was an icon for fighting against corruption, embezzlement, nepotism, tribalism, and as legislators, it is incumbent upon us to follow into his footsteps and continue to pursue what he was, he wanted to see in a new Uganda.
Twagala nnyo okulaba nga wabadde Hussein omuntu omu wa Jema tuzaawo ba Hussein 300 abazze okubeera nga bamukola ki nga bamusikira so tuleme kulaba bulabi tuli awo tusaaliddwa nnyo naye twagala okukozesa Mukama ekintu kino kyatuleetedde tubeere nga tulina kye tukiyigamu.
It was a somber mood as mourners gathered at the home of the late Chanjo's home in Munyonyo to pay their last respect. Chanjo is described as a distinguished lawmaker, a leader who exhibited integrity, and his legacy shall live on.
He stood firm on matters of justice, fairness, equity, and above all, against thuggery in this country. So he has fought corruption, he has fought abuse of public resources, and he has stood for issues regarding humanity in general. And the most important thing is about justice. And he leaves us with a very, very big challenge, and it's a call, it's a clarion call.
We lost an eminent Ugandan who is an icon of honest, truth, and justice. He was true to who he was. He could be seen as a good Muslim as they come, as a good Muganda as they come, as a good Ugandan as they come, as a good black man.
Later, his body was led to Chibuli Mosque for prayers, and here mourners including the Muslim fraternity, legislators, religious and cultural leaders gathered in numbers, recalling his contribution to the nation.
Chanjo ebimwogeddwako bingi sibiwulidde naye nga kyenjagala okumuwaako obujulizi kyabadde musiraamu abadde mukkiriza abadde omuntu ayogera ekimuli ku mutima nga tekiriranya abadde n'obwongo bulisha nga buli argument agisobola nga tolina nsonga gy'omuleetera Chanjo n'omunyigira mu nsonga Katonda nga yamuwa obwongo yamuwa okuba omwesimbu ate ennaku zino abyobufuzi bakenuzi naye Chanjo limuwaako obujulizi kitadde mukenuzi. He was not corrupt. Kuba gavumenti ya Ssaabasajja Kabaka tutuuse okusaasira kwaffe eri Hajati Saara n'abaana effamire ya Chanjo yonna Obuganda bakola mu kitono nnyo yeetoolerawo mu mazima na bwenkanya nakubeera nti simunanfuusi kyayogera kyantegeeza.
Chanjo was born in the early 1960s and started his political career in the 1990s when he contested and won the Makindye West parliamentary seat. Moments after his service at the August House, he suffered cancer, an illness he has battled for the rest of his life.
Nebanga nti genda ojja kubeera nga abalema abalala naye gwe obulema obwo buli mu lulimi era ne mbukkiriza.
Chanjo was one of Jema party founder members and emeritus secretary general of the party. After prayers, the late Chanjo's body was taken to Ntuma in Bukomansimbi, where he will be laid to rest at his ancestral home Sunday afternoon. I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
And may his soul rest in eternal peace. In other news, District Chairman Reverend Peter Bakaluba Mukasa confirmed that no students lost their lives in the incident where more than 156 students allegedly suffered from food poisoning. He assured parents that most of the students are improving and many have already been discharged from hospitals. This was during a press conference at Nakanyonyi Secondary School in Mukono District.
District authorities expressed confidence that the situation would normalize thanks to the progress made in handling the incident.
The condition is managed. We involved the police yesterday and we took off a number of samples from these students. They are being tested, being analyzed at the central public health laboratories, Uganda Virus Research Institute, and also the Uganda Analytical Laboratory. So far, the results are not yet out, but the condition is almost back to normal. All children are very, very stable.
Now, the situation is fairly now in control because it has been reported that the number of students affected was 156. And as we talk now, many of them are recovering, many are stable, and even some have even been picked.
The press conference, attended by the woman member of parliament of Mukono district, Honorable Nabokera Hanifa, also promised to continue investigating the cause of the students' illnesses. During the conference, District Chairman Reverend Peter Bakaluba Mukasa urged parents to trust them with their children's treatment. He expressed concern over the financial burden placed on the district due to the hospital's demands for payment, emphasizing the lack of funds available. The authorities are diligently working to ensure the health and well-being of the affected students and provide answers to concerned parents.
The Deputy Commander Land Forces Major General Francis Chirwa delivered a powerful message to military officers during the commissioning of 271 military police officers and 57 regimental police officers at Masindi Military Police Training School. He urged them to combat hooliganism and while upholding human rights in the line of duty. Details in this report.
The Deputy Commander Land Forces Major General Takira has emphasized the importance of exhibiting maximum discipline, commitment and patience as they serve the public. He cautioned against discipline and urged them to maintain professionalism at all times. Major General Takira was officiating the commissioning of 271 military police officers and 57 regimental police officers at Masindi Military Police Training School.
The training has showed you where mistakes normally come from. So if you are big-headed and hot-tempered, you end up in prison alone when you were performing national duties because you couldn't contain your personal anger, not the institutional anger. So learn how to weigh the two.
The Commandant of Military Police Uganda, Brigadier General William Bainumugisha, urged the officers to apply the knowledge they gained during the 4.5-month training. He emphasized the value of discipline in their roles.
I'll tell you about the qualities of the military police. So you need to remind that, and even your attitude. Therefore, I really appreciate and what we have really witnessed here, and what you have been training is to give us the confidence that once you have finished, you are going to implement.
The Commandant, Masindi Military Training, Colonel Amon Kajina, revealed that the trainees underwent comprehensive training on various aspects, including public order management, VIP protection, military drills, basic intelligence, and more.
In defense forces, they build capacity that is substantially required to match up with the current dynamics of the security, to develop and enhance emplacement of operational techniques and capabilities at interpersonal up to the company level, to instill discipline in defense forces, maintain performance.
This training aimed to equip the military police officers with the necessary skills to execute their duties effectively. As the newly commissioned officers step into their roles, the emphasis on discipline, professionalism and a commitment to upholding human rights remains at the forefront of their responsibilities.
Other opposition party leaders have weighed in on the ongoing mishap in the Forum for Democratic Change FDC party. UPC party president Jimmy Akena says that what is going on in the FDC worries him because he has been through it in UPC. He appealed for unity to strengthen democracy, while ANT President Mugisha Muntu rallies for an alliance strong enough to take power even after President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Is that I feel it is most important to strengthen our democracy for all the political parties to be strengthened. I am not one of those who is enjoying what is going on in the forum. I cry for you because we have been there, we have seen the pain.
The UPC party president Jim Akena is worried that the internal bickering at FDC could weaken the opposition party if not fixed.
And that is why I say it is important that my brothers and sisters in FDC, those in NUP, those in UPC, those in NRM, ensure we have a free and fair election. As for me and the Congress, we are moving ahead, we are going to demand, we are going to insist that we have a free and fair election.
On his side, Muntu rallied for an organized alliance strong enough to take power even after President Museveni.
We are in a mess. I can tell you there's no group which is going to organize itself the day it gets into power. What happened to this country? That we cannot look and see the challenges that we have now and the challenges that are in the future. Only organized people are able to confront the future and shape it.
In upholding the voice of a common man, Akena insists that the only solution is a free and fair election process.
That is when the will of the people can truly be manifested. The voice of the common man is lost. It's lost in this politics. We must have politics which truly reflect and bring out the needs of the people of Uganda. And therefore, on this day, as I'm on, my elder, my friend, my former congressman, now in the Forum for Democratic Change. One people!
The leaders were gathered at Ayami sub-county in Lirat district for the burial ceremony of Charles Angiro Gutumoi, a former member of FDC party and a three-time member of parliament for Irute North. His party president Patrick Oboya Muriat told mourners that Angiro had mastered the art of working with the current government. Similarly, FDC's former president Dr. Chiza Besije, who disclosed how he worked with the late on injustices, appealed for unity instead of focusing on the party colors.
To look at politics in that light about the central question of justice, whether we have equal opportunities or not. For you FDCs, don't lose hope. What is happening is friendly fire. We shall resolve the conflict in FDC.
Speaker after speaker leaders hail Gutumoi for being bold and truthful in fighting for his people. Late Charles Angiro Gutumoi succumbed to a fatal accident along Karoma Pakwach Highway 2 weeks ago. 4 people perished in the accident as they aided for a traditional marriage in Nebi. May his soul rest in peace.
Indeed, may his soul rest in eternal peace. In more news, security operatives in Karamoja sub-region have confirmed that the security situation among the Pokots of Amudat and the Pian of Nabila II have stabilized. The tension escalated following the tragic death of Pokot elder and peace champion Komole Lochuman Lobai, who was shot dead by a suspected Pian warrior from Nabilatuk district. The perpetrators also took away 58 of his animals, triggering a cycle of violence, as these details entail.
The Pokot recently killed 3 people from Nabilatuk in the aftermath of the murder of a Pokot elder and peace champion Komole Lochuman Lobai, who was shot dead by suspected Pian warriors from Nabilatuk district.
Also, they killed persons, even people who were moving on the road. One like a student was also shot and was taken to Makanya and then he died.
Courts only move out to revenge when things have become extremely harsh on them. And
the police, however, acted promptly and arrested key suspects linked to these acts of violence.
10 people were arrested, the other side. And then this side of Nabela took those ones who went to kill that peace lover. We had already, by last week, we had arrested 2. And of course, we were still profiling.
The unrest raised concerns about the involvement of political leaders in the conflict.
We saw how people were demonstrating. The way they were organized, it seems they was being supported by some people who were not to know.
Really distance myself from war entrepreneurs. People who think that they can mobilize votes using war. People who are encouraging that communities fight.
That's what we need to do as leaders, walking the talk. In fact, in the sense that we speak what ought to be done, but not speaking to the contrary and doing something else.
However, security operatives have observed a notable improvement in the situation between the 2 districts.
As I thought, those revenge raids have reduced. From the 12th, we have not registered any murder again in Nabilatuk.
While the security situation has stabilized, the recovery of the raided animals remains unresolved, despite sightings of them in Nabilatuk.
Lava were 58, which the people of Nabilatuk acknowledged that those cows came and slept in Ariamaoi in Nabilatuk. Then in the morning, they proceeded and went to Koski. People, the leaders even of Nabilatuk are following up. So they have not updated us whether they have impounded. But
in an effort to address issues contributing to insecurity in the region, Moroto District Police recently destroyed illicit waraji worth 28 million shillings, a major driver of unrest in Karamoja.
Where they put it in boxes of medical stores, you find it's a box, you think they are drugs, it's jerrycans of waraji. Where other people carry them like tomatoes and they put them in those crates of tomatoes, while others are carrying them in sacks with sawdust inside. When you ask them, they're like, I'm carrying chicken mash. But at the end of...
After getting a sizable number, we get a court order from court and we dispose it. So far last time we lost very many people and we're not sure whether they were dying of famine or because of overtaking waraji. So I want to thank the police.
Authorities are closely monitoring the situation and the community hopes for a lasting peace and an end to the Pokot's Pian conflict. I'm Nafka Farida and Moriniga.
The State Minister for Works and Transport, Fred Mukama, officially commenced the construction of a 20-kilometer road from Chitaihuka to Buruko and Nkazekorera in Kakumiro. The ambitious road project, valued at 1.5 billion shillings, aims to improve the interconnectivity of feeder roads and access roads in the region, as these details entail.
State Minister for Works and Transport, Fred Mukama, says government is committed to enhancing infrastructure development by spearheading various projects, including water initiatives, irrigation schemes, health centers and schools, while launching the construction of 20-kilometer long Kitaihuka, Buruko, Nkaze Korera Road, worth 1.5 billion shillings, Fred Byamukama advised Kakumiro residents to make use of these established projects, which are designed to uplift the region.
Actually, in the whole of Nyoro sub-region, over 15 billions are going to be invested on interconnectivity roads. We shall start with the Greater Chivale, and later we shall go to other places. This one is boosting our farmers to grow more crops.
A commissioner at the Ministry of Works and Transport, William Kabiho, clarified that the road construction would not involve compensation and advised the residents to support the process willingly.
It is important to note that this project does not have an aspect of land compensation. I repeat, we don't have an aspect of land compensation.
Kakumiro Resident District Commissioner Major David Matovu pledged government's dedication to improving and rehabilitating major roads in the Bunyoro region.
Luwanvu nnyo lwa kilomita 2 luva Kitayuka olikundi kyavudajja kinunda erujawo kisimanchirira iwe sembera wano sujikuluko lumba kazekolera mpaka eri ku kitoko kilomita meka 20.
Kakumiro residents expressed their joy at the launch of the road construction, as it would ease their transportation woes during rainy seasons. They believe the new roads will facilitate the transportation of goods and enable timely access to health centers. With the inauguration of this significant road project, Kakumiro is set to witness improved access and enhanced economic prospects.
In a significant collaborative effort, the Presidential CEO Forum, in collaboration with the Uganda Registration Services Bureau, have launched the forum's Trade Legal Clinic, a groundbreaking initiative aimed at supporting and empowering women engaged in small businesses in Iganga. Irene Birungi Mugisha, coordinator of the Presidential CEO Forum, expressed the forum's dedication to empowering small and medium enterprises, particularly women, by providing them with crucial access to legal services through the PCEF Trade Legal Desk.
The formalization of SMEs is vital for facilitating easy access to financing and expanding markets, thereby driving economic development. The chairperson, Presidential CEO Forum, Irene Birungi Mugisha, being represented by Stella Malinga, says small and medium enterprises must be empowered with prioritization of legal services.
As part of our mandate, we would like to make sure that we offer support, especially to the small and medium enterprises, by ensuring that we give them services and access to legal services, particularly to help them with legalizing their business entities so that they're able to participate and benefit from the advantage that this comes on with. They're able to access financing, they're able to access markets, and we want to pledge that we will continue to walk the journey with them. Ours is not just seeing them formalize their business entities, but to see them grow.
Mebo Chisaka, the Presidential CEO Forum trade legal lawyer and managing partner of Mesa Advocates, underscored the importance of capacity building and business formalization for micro enterprises.
The legal trade clinic is going to expand. That's why we are in Iganga. We intend to go to every part of this country, because the SMEs, the micro businesses, or the people that need free legal services are not only in Kampala.
She highlights the clinic's commitment to equipping SMEs with legal knowledge, compliance with regulations, and registration support.
Without formalization, they cannot get capital. They are not able to get capital, they are not able to grow. But I'm glad that today we have done the first step for them to be able to grow and expand and be able to have a document that they can present and probably get capital and expand their businesses.
One of the clinic's most innovative aspects was the online business registration system showcased by Zoe Chiza from the Uganda Registration Service Bureau.
We're working hand in hand with
presidential CEO forum. We are sensitizing people on different platforms, on radios, on televisions, but because of the resource envelope, of course, we cannot be everywhere. But we are trying as URSB to sensitize women, but we can only work through partnerships. This is one of the partnerships that we are using.
With just a national ID, valid phone number and email address, women entrepreneurs could seamlessly and affordably register their businesses, granting them the legal recognition needed for growth and success. The Trade Legal Clinic's launch was a resounding success, with numerous female-led businesses in Uganda successfully registering and receiving their certificates with support from the Uganda Registration Service Bureau. The collaborative efforts of the Presidential CEO Forum and the Bureau made this achievement possible. The ultimate goal of the Trade Clinic is to uplift the hardworking women of Uganda and across the country by empowering them to overcome legal challenges and flourish in the business world. This initiative marks a significant step towards a more inclusive and prosperous economy, enabling the women of Uganda to turn their entrepreneurial dreams into reality. Through this initiative, they now have the necessary support and legal recognition to thrive and contribute to the overall economic development of the region. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Residents of Bonda Town Council in Mayuge district have committed their support towards the activities of the MK movement. This was during the first MK movement Baraza, where residents outlined a number of challenges, including realigning fishing activities within the area. Now, Igara East Member of Parliament Michael Mawanda assured the residents of government's commitment towards their challenges.
The place to be on Saturday was Border Primary School in the Border Town Council of Mayuge District in Eastern Uganda. It was characterized by entertainment and sports, including bicycle races. Youth were also engaged in a friendly football match between supporters of MK movement and those of President Yoweri Museveni. The match ended in a 1-1 draw, ending up in penalties. But aside from entertainment and matches, were concerns from the public. They ranged from mishandling of fishermen by Fisheries Protection Unit of the UPDF, as well as the wanting state of health services. The concerns attracted the attention of MK movement crusaders. They all committed to working towards addressing these concerns.
Ekizibu kyayo kiri kimu. Ensonga y'ennyanja ekizibu kiri kitya? Abavubi abavuba obwennyanja obuto babagaana okubuvuba. Ate nabo abakuuma ennyanja abasirikale ne bavuba obwennyanja obuto.
And to understand people and also to know their challenges and how best government can assist them, and how best our incoming government can be of help and do a better plan, because we are a people government.
The MK movement Baraza comes just a day after the movement transited from the MK army at an official pronouncement made in Jinja on Friday.
Light College Vocational School Bulenga has commemorated 30 years of the school's existence and highlighting. The school's founder, Mbuga Chiveru, says that he began the school with 20,000 in a garage and now a multi-billion investment.
The Bishop of West Buganda, the Right Reverend Godfrey Luwama, has attributed moral decadence in society to the abandonment of God by parents. The Bishop was officiating 30 years celebrations of Light College Vocational Secondary School Bulenga near Kampala.
In Bulenga Secondary and Vocational School, vices like homosexuality, drug abuse, drunkenness and the like have not come. Why? Our students are trained from the wisdom to the spiritual side. When people lack the spirituality, the word of God, to be their ruler in their life, chances are those vices will come. So I appeal to the children of this world, especially Ugandans, let's embrace the word of God. Let's embrace our God. When we embrace our word of God and our God, such vices won't appear in our schools or in our society.
Luwama emphasized the significance of faith and spirituality in shaping a better future for the youth, acknowledging the role that schools like Light College Bulenga played in instilling moral values and principles. The school faced challenges during the COVID-19 lockdown, but they saw it as an opportunity to identify and rectify their shortcomings, ultimately leading to a better learning environment for the students.
Mu COVID, plani zonna ez'okkulaakulanya essomero lino mwe nazikolera. I saw whatever was lacking.
From just one student and 14 teachers at the start, they transformed into a thriving institution with over 500 students and a campus covering more than 1 kilometer.
We had the late Dr. Samson Kiseka. He was a member of the board of trustees, chairman of the board of trustees of a garage school. Then I had